Greetings, fellow beings. Good morning. Good morning. It's a wonderful Wednesday. We've got That Game Place launching today in just a few hours from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And to say I'm excited, well, that would be an understatement. I'm very excited. Very. How very? Very, very. Yeah. True story. I don't know about you guys, but I want to say hi to each and every one of you. We got a lot of you. People are here early today. We have FKHC 2005. First up, quick reminder at the top of the page is the link for That Game Place. Check it out. Hope you join us today. We got, Penny, the great and powerful Tim Hayes, low-spec Linux laptop. Over on Green Machine, we got Miss Pico Cafe, Gembone, and low-spec Linux gaming. We got the animation critic in the house, of course, and the talented Andy Masterson, who's very talented indeed. We've got Shrap, the Reedy. Hey, Curtis Shaw, good to see you. Good morning. Griffin. And of course, Dr. Megatron. SFX F314 Saber-Tooth Raptor. The lovely Ruby Hoove. We got T.Z. Burton in the house. The great Captain Phantom Nerd. And Stitch. Happy Hump Day. That's right. I want to say thank you, Ruby Hoove, once again with a Culture Casino membership. Let's fire it up. Oh, what's happening here? There I am. Hello, everybody. I don't know what that was. Should have been on the whole time. Crazy. Just like Judicon. What's going on, Judicon? Oh, wow. Ooh, gonna be a fun day. Busy one for me, folks. There will be wardrobe changes today. There will be. Don't tell anybody. Phoenix Knight, how you doing? How you doing? Drew Lavers is out there. Good to see you, Drew. We got Jay Willis in the house. Hey, everybody. Waiting for Culture to light the candle. I did. And I want to say thank you to Who for gifting a Culture Casino membership. We also got a Super Duper sticker from our good friend Darius Munchausen. It has been a minute, buddy. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you were healthy. I was kind of missing you, man. But he shot me a cup of coffee for $4. Thank you for the cup of coffee. Dice Media Group is in the house. There's Ruby's gift, as I pointed out. We got a few other folks out there, like Channel Surf. Hello. And there's Darius. Okay. I just wanted to see Darius. So, oh my goodness, we are honored with Chef Nation. How you doing? So good to see you. What's up, Chef? Morgan King got suspended from X without a reason. What did you do, Morgan? Come on, you did something. I know you did something huge yesterday. 50 Culture Casino memberships just blew it up yesterday. I never forget. Izaj Melody, how's it going, bud? You good? I missed you. I missed you too. I've also missed Janet Z, who sent me some art. Trying to figure out how to turn that into art I can put on a t-shirt. True story. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. So very excited. Aunt Jemima's here. That's a real good reason to be excited. Some Imagination and Gembone became a monthly supporter. Holy cow. Over on The Green Machine. That's right. Speaking of which, we got the Gaming Dude. Looking forward to the live stream later. So am I, Gaming Dude. Good to see you. Want to say thanks to Hoove again for the membership. You guys are very generous indeed. Jonathan Conroy, how's it going? How's it going? Butter Biscuit comes in with a member chat. Says, after party is always fun. Good times. Can't wait for the gaming channel. I hope to see video essays on good past games and glad you're better. Yeah, I do feel a lot better. A little bit of a cough, but much better. Yep, pretty stoked. Yeah, Flatus Aspheria. Got a what do you call it? Membership. There you go. Brain. Come on, brain. Got a show to do. Black Saber the Shark of Paper. Great to see you. I missed Griffin's daily fact, I think. Randall Orser, what's up? How's Canada? Oh, I can ask you, or I can ask Christian Delorme, who's got one of the most amazing vehicles out there. He's also got a vinyl revival. Check it out. Let's see. You guys ready to go? All right. Let's go. All right. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Lord Thandar. Erica. I am so excited for the new channel. Woo. We got stories loaded. I'm going to start playing some games. Izzo's Places. Ron E. Bradley says, hi. Well, awesome. I hope we got some Follow the Bradleys fun over here. If we did, thank you. It looks like we did because there's Virginia. Good morning, Virginia. Frank! All right, everybody. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We have so much to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in 17 stories and all. And we're going to get through all of them. And then I've got a bonus during bonus time that is something that I can't cover during the stories. I know it doesn't make sense, but we'll talk about it. IATSE, though, has been talking about it with AMPTP, and they came to a tentative agreement on a new contract, which means no strikes. No strikes. They did it before they had to, which is rare. I hope it goes well. I hope they get this done, and I hope we avoid a strike, because the last thing my friends that are working in Hollywood, in the crafts, in the trades, are wanting is another strike. Can't afford it. Speaking of can't afford things, Paramount Plus raised their prices for a reason, for both ad tier, premium plan, etc., etc. Why? Well, Hollywood's on fire. We've got a garage sale at Paramount. That's right. Paramount's got assets in play. Yep. There you go. With many assets in play. Look, Paramount's dead. I mean, they're going in there. The employees need to read these tea leaves. The trio of CEOs that were installed recently are like, yeah, no, we've been talking to the bankers. You guys got to figure out how to do $500 million in costs, which means go work for somebody else. There's going to be layoffs. This is round 7, I think, for Paramount, and this one's going to cut deep. What doesn't cut deep is when somebody gives you money, and A24 was given $3.5 billion. That's right. They're going to try to keep this thing rolling. Josh Kushner's Thrive Capital said, hey, have $3.5 billion. Make some more films. Just make them better than, well, this film, Civil War. It is terrible. Harry Potter, though, and Welcome to Derry and a couple other things are leaving Max and going back to HBO. Why? HBO has a better name. So why did you drop it? Well, HBO is a premium product. You get it through cable. Cable may have stopped the bleeding because people are realizing that streaming is cable plus more money. Get out of there. Anyway, just a huge part of a strategy rethink for streaming. Welcome, Zaslav. That's what I've been saying. Also been saying I'm glad Jeremy Renner's alive, but he says he just doesn't have the energy, fuel, any of that to play challenging characters. He almost didn't go back to acting after the snowplow accident. You wouldn't blame him. But I can understand a recovery like that's going to take a lot. So maybe less action roles? Maybe? Hard to say. I know this. There's not less lawsuits for Disney. In another development in a case I wanted to talk about a little bit yesterday, Disney's got a pushback now, legally speaking, from the judge in this $300 million pay equity class action suit. Disney's trying to inappropriately withhold documents. Judge isn't keen on that. We're going to see how this goes. Disney's not doing well on getting things dismissed. Let me tell you why. Because again, over here, I guess they wanted to get rid of this this antitrust case that is going to involve everybody, the FTC, the SEC, and obviously in this case, some people who are, angry over this. ESPN and Hulu is owned by the same place. There's the consolidation of the media landscape is detrimental to competition and quality and many other things. It also gives you very hollow one-word programming, otherwise known as, well, they're just trying to tell you what you need to think, what you need to do all the time. Regular propaganda. Looks like the NFL Sunday Ticket folks are actually in their closing argument stage. This class action lawsuit's gotten a lot of traction. They're probably going to win. The FDA warns maker Sara Lee and Entenmann not to contain that foods contain allergens when they don't. Well, yeah. I mean, are you keeping food away from people for a reason? I know that the stock market's keeping money away from people for a reason, as they open a little bit lower today on, Friday's inflation data, which I imagine isn't going to be as promising as we would have hoped. Tim Hayes, thanks for the member chat, my friend. I appreciate it. We've got GM bringing in a new CEO for their troubled cruise robotaxi service. I don't think this is going to help. I think people are now coming to grips with the idea that this is a bad plan, especially after what the cruise did to a human being not that long ago. The AP is setting up to distribute more misinformation, but they're going to do it more efficiently through your local and state news. That sounds great, right? No, not at all. Co-founder of Fearless Fund is stepping down because, hey, we're doing illegal things based on race. Yay! Not yay. NTSB says that Norfolk Southern derailed. The derailment probe has revealed that they did a botched vent and burn when it was unnecessary. We already knew that. And we'll get the bear story on the other side of the countdown in bonus time, because we do have a bear story. So stick around, because I'm out of time here, but I'm not out of. I'm not out of stories, which is a good thing. SFXF 314 Sabretooth Raptor says Looney Tunes and Culture Coyote versus Mexican Iron Man. I love that. That sounds great. I'm going to work on that. We needed to add like that. All right, everybody. Thanks for the $5, and let's hit bonus time. Hi, bonus time. All right. We got one more story to cover, and then the big story that we couldn't do during the show because it's going to take a minute. Two Penny Puppet says, I had a gifted membership all month and didn't do it. Thanks. Well, hey, we're going to have a member stream Saturday in the park. You'll think it was the 4th of July, but no, that's 5 or 6 more days away from that. That's right. July 4th is not this week, but next week, a week from tomorrow. Tomorrow, we've got a good day tomorrow. It will be brand new. But hey, we're sticking around for this. Let's get the story up on the screen, folks and fans. Ba-ba-da-ba. Boom. Oh, wait, that's not the story. We just did that one. Ah, there it is. A bear. It's a bear. It's a bear. Yeah. I forget how to do these things in real time. Bear with me. We need to, what do you call it? Crop. Let's crop it. Croppy. I feel croppy. Oh, so croppy. That's not the words. All right. Ba-ba-da-ba. Okay. So, where's the bear? So, apparently residents report spotting a bear in Delaware. It rhymes. Yep, a new bear there. A black bear that was first spotted on Saturday in Newark has apparently made his way to Bear. What? Local residents said Tuesday that it was seen happily eating and roaming in at least 2 backyards. But Rain Tree Village residents who saw the omnivore, affectionately known as Delaware, had a range of emotions. We're excited and scared. Well, I bet. Here's the bear, just chilling. I think that's a bird feeder that also has a squirrel protector. Didn't seem to matter to the bear, though. Pretty wild. Anyway, let's take a look a little bit at this fella here. We've got a little video. You're looking at the underside of bear. Hi, bear! Hi, bear. Took a selfie. That's a pretty good selfie of a bear. Right? I can barely contain myself. That's a terrible joke. Culture, come on. That's a terrible dad joke, bro. Terrible. We've got, but we do have something more serious that I wanted to cover. And we will cover it here in a sec. I'm reorganizing my... There we go. All right. Let's get to it. CNN could be forced to pay upwards of $1 billion from a defamation suit because of the Tapper show. Wait a minute. Isn't this guy that's going to do something with a debate coming up? Right? Am I right? I wonder if this will scroll, if I can embiggen this. Let's see. No, I can scroll it. Can I embiggen? Nope. It's fully embiggened. All right. It says the case may not be well known yet. Yeah. But CNN could be facing a defamation liability rivaling or exceeding the $787 million that Fox paid out to Dominion. I don't know why they paid that. There's some evidence to suggest that perhaps there's some weirdness there. But anyway, we'll move on. Newsbusters is recently reporting on Florida's First District Court of Appeals, affirming that plaintiff Zachary Young could seek punitive damages in addition to economic and emotional damages from the cable news network. That means the total could be near or exceed $1 billion. This was a man who was working to get people out of Afghanistan, and they have to prove malice according to the ruling, and they've done exactly that. Young sufficiently proffered evidence of actual malice, express malice, and a level of conduct outrageous enough to open the door for him to seek punitive damages, says Judge L. Clayton Roberts. He wrote that in the ruling. That's crazy stuff. We've got the court feeling that the high bars for actual express malice were met because of the internal CNN messages that were extremely vicious toward Young. And here we go. Correspondent Alex Marquardt, I don't know how to say that. I don't care. The primary reporter expressed in a message to a colleague that he wanted to nail this Zachary Young mother's friend and thought that the story would be Young's funeral. That's not very kind. On the declaration of wanting to nail Young, CNN editor Matthew Phillips responded, gonna hold you to that, cowboy. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So alongside that, senior editor Fuzz Hogan, who's a member of CNN's internally lauded triad of editorial, legal, and standard practices oversight personnel, described Young as a shit. Okay. I actually said a bad word on my channel. I'm sorry. That's what it said there. In an interview with Newsbusters, Vel Friedman, the lawyer representing Young, said everybody makes mistakes, but what CNN's messages showed was a systemic problem inside the network. He added their internal mechanism for accountability had clearly failed and opened themselves to massive liability. Friedman told Newsbusters that his client had lost between $40 and $60 million in economic opportunity over the course of his now damaged career as a security contractor, since people in the field no longer wanted to work with him. If a jury awarded his client for emotional damage, the upper end could be as high as $600 million. Woo! The court, recognizing the malice and outrageous conduct by CNN, effectively removed the cap, on punitive damages in the state of Florida. Woo-hoo! Bad news. This means that CNN could be facing over $1 billion in damages. Not good. Not good. By the way, there were some safety blocks along the way that just weren't followed. Friedman had said CNN essentially branded Young a human trafficker and a war profiteer. Whoa! And Jake Tapper, the host whose show allegedly the defamatory story ran on, also made a point to note that people seeking escape were given no guarantee of safety or success. Yet at no point could CNN prove that Young was doing was a scam. In fact, their editors admitted in messages they couldn't find any evidence of it. CNN, kids. And look, this has been going on for a long time. We've known that they've been bad for a long time. Morgan King asks the question, do I have a Discord? I got rid of Gilded. I have a Discord that I do not use, so I will make that public at some point when I start using it. Perhaps I'll have to use it to do gaming, but I elected to, despite my growing frustrations, elected to keep Gilded also because of this new gaming channel. So I should start being more available in those locations when I'm available, which means if I have free time. So yeah, I'll post that stuff here pretty quick. But yeah, folks, this is super duper bad news. I mean, it truly is. We got on the super chat from SFXF314 Sabertooth Raptor. Wow, thank you again, my friend. You're funding the show today with a $5 super chat saying, not sure Mexican Iron Man would be happy with an action figure of him as a Smurf. What Smurf would Mexican Iron Man want to be? Probably brainy Smurf. He's pretty brainy. People need to give him credit for being pretty brilliant, because he is. He's amazing. Tim Hayes sends a member chat, Pale Culture. Corbin Dallas sends a member chat saying, my preferred candidate 2024. Who, happens to trump things for you. I understand. Captain Phantom Nerd says, bear story. Yes. We had a good bear story today. And I think SFXF314 sent both those super chats. We got Hoove gifting a member, Darius Munchausen with a super sticker, and Ruby Hoove gifts a Culture Casino membership. Thank you guys so very much. Let's get back to your chats. I have to say, I'm just not surprised with CNN. They've been scum of the earth for a long time. And they hung themselves on somebody trying to do the right thing. That's not good. And look, I have no time for urinalists. It's one of the reasons why I'm running out of patience with the AP, because they're complete garbage too. We've got lots of people writing in our sphere. You can go and get pop culture news and now gaming news and other things over on That Park Place, right? Bounding into comics, places like that. You have media watchdogs that are writing stories regularly. You have whole media organizations that are forming up here on this platform, on the Green Machine, on all these places. And for those of you supporting me on Green Machine, thank you. Do check out my new channel over there on the Green Machine. It rhymes with grumble. And you can check it out. And that channel, I'm going to reserve my URL there. And then that's going to be where videos are going to drop for Rumble. And then I'm going to eventually create just a live channel over there. And eventually, after that, once the game channel is established, once that game place, it's the game channel. It's up there in the top of the chat, folks, pinned to the top. The launch is today, and after we get rolling for a couple of weeks, I imagine we're going to start playing games live, game live streams. As long as we can live stream, we're going to do that. And so, yeah, if you're a part of that community, and I think we're going to even at times allow members jump in on stuff if they can. So there's a lot going on over there. I'm going to revive my own gaming channel, but that's way down the road. So I'm going to need a full-time staff. The question is, how am I going to pay them? Well, just going to keep doing what I do here. We're going to keep growing. We're going to get bigger. I'm going to sell you guys beard oil and all kinds of wonderful body products after that. We're going to move our merch store into a bigger way. You're going to start seeing Beach Punk perhaps on Amazon in the next few months. You're going to see Beach Punk in the Google Shop locations. So, it'd be awesome. I think CNN could go bankrupt based on this. I look, this story is just bonkers. Um, there was a lot of things said, and a lot of lies told. So when Alex Marquardt, the reporter over there, wanted to file the story and get it up and ready, and the digital guys went, we're going to hold back on this one. There's not enough questions answered here, which was the right answer, by the way. Anyway, Alex Marquardt notified Young, the plaintiff here, that they were going to run the story, and they only gave him 2 hours to respond. This is a trick that all journalists do, right? Especially the sketchy ones, like that chick that's like 152 years old, right? That attacks people like me and you. Anyway, gave him 2 hours to respond, and Young did, and when Young actually did respond, Marquardt messaged a colleague saying, freaking, I'm changing a word there, Young just texted. So, but yeah, CNN's internal messages are indicative of a cowboy culture that cares more about clicks than accountability. In fact, CNN promoted the primary reported on the story after this lawsuit was filed, indicating that this kind of journalism is not only tolerated at CNN, but it's rewarded. That's one of the other attorneys over there. It's bonkers. CNN has been garbage for a long time. I refuse to accept them as an authoritative source, and I think that having them host an event is wrong. Good to see you guys, though. Sorry, a little heavier story than normal, but I couldn't do it in 6 minutes. Hey, Davina's here. And so is Mr. Shirt. Just another red shirt. Hey-o, Mr. Shirt. Good to see you, bud. Pamela Dunham says, why, oh why, can't PMSNBC get hit with a lawsuit like that? I don't know, Pamela. I don't know, but they need one. A lot of the things that the short-haired lady says, the one that looks like she's a tennis player, should be called on the carpet. So, yeah. Darius makes a suggestion for an addition to my product line. I think I will abstain from this one, Darius, but thank you. You guys in the chat are awesome. Let's see. Miss Pico Cafe is offering to help. You know what? I will let you know, because as I go and expand into Rumble, I may need a little help. But we'll get there, guys. Yep. FKHC 2005 says, if this was Fox News, we would know what the media would be saying. Yeah, we do. Bingle, bangle, bungle, I'm so happy in the jungle. Says, I bet Sossoff is regretting the decision to keep CNN on air now. Yeah. Should have shut it down or sold it off. I thought that he would, honestly. Especially after he crushed their new digital product that they spent $500 million or more on. Because the numbers vary widely. It's like somebody said it was like $1.2 billion. It's all over the place. But yeah. Yeah, I do remember when CNN settled with the Covington kid. And then they bragged about how cheap they got off. Interestingly enough, I don't remember the braggadocious part, but I do remember that the number never came out, and I doubt it was cheap. Yeah, beard oil. Sorry, I didn't get a D on there. I still am a little congested. I'm surprised everything doesn't have a D on it. Somebody's going to clip that. Luke is lettering away. Keep it up, man. Dice Media Group says, the main problem with cable news is that they're not held to broadcast standards. Laws and rules are there to protect the news as well as the public. I think if you present yourself as a news organization, you should have to maintain broadcast standards. And I think that's something that we need to revisit. We do. We need penalties for lying, telling an untruth. when it comes to media because they won't hold themselves accountable or to any standard. They don't have ethics anymore, especially these cable news outlets. At least none that I can observe. Perhaps they have them written down somewhere. Ruby Hoove sends $2 saying, the 4th of July is my 39th anniversary. Congratulations to you both. My goodness, that's wonderful. Well done. Well done. Yeah, Rachel. Yeah, that's who it was. Curtis is like, your brain deserves a day off. It's in safe mode. Yeah, I mean, we had a really good stream last night. If you didn't catch over there on Pro's channel, we did a double dip on live streams with Pro yesterday, and it was basically all about the Acolyte and how dumb it was. Episode 5 was immensely dumb, and the massive lightsaber battle, blah 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 blah, blah was not. Yeah. Canadian Spider-Man. Good to see you. Cynthia's here. Hello, Cynthia. If you use politics to define who is a good person or a bad person in news, then you see a bias and you are biased too if you base your opinions on their side, our side. Still, choosing a side isn't news. Yeah. I think there's a weird thing going on right now. Again, when you write something, when you write a news piece, that's one thing because you just want to get the information out there in a constructive way that people can easily digest and have a greater understanding of the world around them. Then you have editorialism, editorializing something, an editorial. You have opinion pieces, which are even more heavily influenced by your biases. So, there you go. Mars Monkey Max says, I'm trying to find Green Machine. Green Machine. Green Machine. Morgan, I promise, as I need people, I will reach out. The team that's up and running for that game place right now, or is all internal humans that are doing the news side of stuff and maybe a few games. But as we build up, I'll let you know, Morgan, I assure you. There are many of you out there that I know want to participate in games. Did I see a doctor yet? No, but I'm getting better every day. Like less cough, all that. Just a little more congestion left over. And that honestly could be allergies. I mean, right now, everything is blooming. If you go out in the greenhouse. I got stuff all over the place in there. It's fantastic. Scrolling. Hey, Captain Action's here. The Wokalite. That's right. Dave G. Sound says, it's done. It is done. Ever see Melancholia? I've felt melancholy. I'm imagining that's a film. Not that I can recall. It does not strike a chord of recognition in my rapidly deteriorating brain. So maybe I'll look it up. Oh, I'm sure Echo Base always is a great show. They really know their Star Wars, talking about Star Wars. Narrative equals propaganda, not news. That's right. Yeah, because narrative means you're spinning a story around something. And that's the other thing I have a problem with, right? News is news. You can have a news story, but the minute you put a story around the news, it's not news anymore. I wonder how the Trinity action figures are doing. Well, she's dead, so probably not well. Man, they're nuts. Who says, what a coincidence. 7/4/24 is my 39th anniversary. Wow! Who would have known it? Who would have thunk it? The people with the Hoove name have the same anniversary date. Congratulations, you guys. Truly. I hope it's wonderful. Holy cow, it's the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, Wes? From whatever webcast. Check out Wes's channel. Wes talks about a lot of stuff, and YouTube punishes him. He also has a web series thing coming together. He's a great man and a good friend. We don't get to see each other often enough. Thanks for checking it out on the on X. Because see, I can use the chat on X. It's amazing. You're amazing. Final monkeys in the house. Yeah, folks, this morning, you're going to be automatically redirected to that game place. Why? Because I'm selfish and I want you to turn your reminders on and remember, write it down, set an alarm that game place launches today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It goes till 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just a 2-hour block, and then we're going to throw it over into another show. It'll be a good time. So do check that out. But do check it out. Please. And then after that, do go check out Midnight's Edge in the morning. I will be over there for a little bit this morning, but then I got to get to work. I got to get things going. We got this big channel to launch. I'm so excited. Don't tell anybody. Have to comment on Twitter because some big YouTuber that is lacking in gratitude got my channel nuked. What? Who? That's crazy. Wes, you're going to have to tell me the story someday, brother. I'm crazy. Will I play retro games? Yes. I have retro consoles in there. I'm going to play some Wii things, Nintendo 64 things. I might even play some Atari things. I have an Xbox, I think, that's still working because I think I floated the solder back in place. Yeah, we'll get to that point. Not immediately, but we'll get there. Thank you. Just another red shirt. I appreciate that. Kaiser Soze says, has anyone seen the new Superman photos? The new movie looks terrible. Well, here's the thing, Kaiser Soze. The costume is very baggy in all the wrong places. Ladies are not going to be super excited about the puffiness. I'm not either. For a while now, I've been thinking, this is bad. We got to see his not suited hairdo, and he looks like he's in like some kind of a like tousled hair anime look. In the UK, they have a name for it that I won't use. Starts with a curse word. It's a blank boy haircut. But yeah, visually, it looks like New 52, and I want no part of that. Is Midnight's Edge going to talk about is all if all? No. We're definitely talking about Disney and the latest revelation that came out yesterday. There's a lot of things to talk about on Midnight's Edge, and while I'm there, I'm pretty sure they're going to want to talk about these class action cases and stuff against Disney. You guys realize that one of the reasons I started tracking the number of lawsuits Disney had recently is because they just kept coming. This pay equity thing is going to cost Disney more than the $300 million they claim. And then you have the stuff going on with Hulu and ESPN being owned by the same entity. You have the government going after them for this joint venture in sports. Disney's got Gina Carano in the wings, who's going to take them apart piece by piece. We're already there. We're getting to Discovery. Discovery is going to be very bad for Disney indeed. So, yeah. I'm crazy Poppy then. Culture, you should bring Matt Cave Gaming on your gaming channel sometime. Matt is great and part of Echo Base. Well, there you go. Have to reach out, have a conversation. Saggy Man. There you go. Instead of Superman. I like that, Lord Thondar. Well done. Superman's retaining water. Yeah, and this is the truth. And this is why I reacted the way I did. New 52 was when DC died. 100%. Yep. Man, I don't... Okay, so I need to go to the storeroom and see what I can find. Because I've looked in the garages. I've located some of the consoles. I've looked in the closets in the house and located some things. I have an Atari, an old Atari. Not sure you're gonna want to watch me play like, Pitfall or something, but maybe. Black Saber, the Shark of Paper's out of here. Thanks, my friend. I don't think anything's permanently off the table, but I do feel like Disney needs to be investigated by state and federal agencies in a joint task force, because I think they've broken the law for a long time, especially financial laws, which would lead pretty much everybody in charge to jail. Yeah. The Paramount thing just is dumb. Paramount should have been acquired by Skydance. And the people that pushed back against that have really caused irreparable harm to Paramount now. Because they're going to have to part out. They're going to have to sell off bits. It's going to be a big thing. Yeah. Who do I think the VP is going to be? I have no idea. I really don't. Of the 6 candidates, I don't know. I tell you what's weird, though. Tulsi's starting to sound different and angry. If she were vice president now, I think a lot of the hesitation to replace the current occupant of the White House, that hesitancy would not be there anymore. Yeah, the moment it's a suit, it's a news story you can report safely. That's true. Uncle Gilbert, you are correct, and I love that old-fashioned rubber monster mask. That's great. It's a good film. Says Inside Out is generating a lot of revenue for Disney Studios. It is. The question is it going to make up for the massive amounts of losses? I can answer that. No. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes of the too long a name, which unfortunately I'm afraid we're going to be stuck with ridiculously long names for that going forward. Lost money. It's continuing to lose money. Disney didn't have an offering this year that was positive, really. Or did they have a lot in the box office until this film? So, you're going to have 2 good films, Inside Out 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine, and then it's gone again. So they better take all the little money that they get there, and that's it. The problem is that when they reach the final quarter of the year, going into the new fiscal year, they're going to have some really sad numbers. And if you look at it like that, if you're a savvy investor, you're going to wait and see when Nelson Peltz jumps in. The minute he starts to rattle his sword, you're going to see a lot of people pick up and boost an artificial boost to Disney again. But this time there are going to be a lot more people playing. Planet of the Apes is definitely worth skipping. And I love, again, I love rubber mask monster movies. I do. It doesn't matter if they're giant right? Godzilla or Godzilla, Frankenstein's monster. It doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter what the size. They're just great. They're good. And the fact that Epic Universe is basing a whole area on them should have you stoked. Looks good. John, what's up, buddy? John the Beagle Dad in the house. Such a cute puppers. I love it. DMG says, for Disney, the big problem is there is no marketing juice to squeeze from the two successes they have. Nope. Look, they're coming to the table with Frozen 3 and then Frozen 4. I didn't ask for those. The kids that grew up with them didn't ask for them. They certainly aren't moving a line at Epcot anymore. Princess Fairy Tale Hall, which was basically the destroyed attraction in Disney World in the Magic Kingdom, it destroyed the original Snow White's Scary Adventure so that you could get the Seven Doors mine train that was 1/3, ended up being 1/3 of what it was originally going to be. Disney has been doing this garbage for too long. And everybody's tired of it. Hey, Truckin' with a Tablet, how are you? Says, CZ, you could speedrun Atari Raiders. That'd be fun to watch. That'd be cool. I might try to do that. I don't know if I have the adapter for that. That's like a 3-piece adapter thing that you have to do for Atari. But it may be worth it. We'll see. I'll see if I can buy one second on the second or the custom market. Frozen 3 and 4. Will anyone see those? No. I think you're right, Tim. I think you're right. Kids tend toward enough behavioral issues by merits of having to learn human. I don't need mine thinking they need to hyperventilate and mimic a panic attack if upset. Thanks anyway, Pixar. Well, look, from everything I've gathered, and I was going to try and go see Inside Out 2, but I didn't. I'll probably see that on streaming. But everybody says it's a fine film. It's just not the first film. The Mummy 2017. The original 99 film was great. And as much as I love Tom Cruise, 2017 was not the original film. By a long shot. The original films is starting back in 99. Spectacular. Lots of fun. Romancing the stone for a new generation with mummies. I hope that answers your question, but Tom didn't do the franchise any favors. And that's rare. Tom usually does good. Oh, Pinochet's Helicopter Tours. What's up? He says, hey, CC, with all the news reports of bots and inflated numbers, why believe the numbers of IO2? Well, because it all comes out in the wash eventually. Unlike, let's say, Captain Marvel, where nobody I knew was going to see it, other than a few family members that were addicted to Marvel at the time. I'm actually hearing people going to see Inside Out 2. I know that's anecdotal, but my eyes and my observations are telling me something. Do I think that the marketing out there artificially inflated the numbers? Of course they did. It's part of marketing is to buy tickets. It's part of marketing is to buy and give away tickets. Apparently, it's something that happens often. Mephisto over on Midnight's Edge on Monday, Midnight's Edge in the morning, I should say, on Monday, was actually talking about governments buying tickets for some of these kid films. What's that tell you? Well, you know what that tells you. But no, it's a good point. It's a good point. Oh no, there's absolutely plenty of good modern games. Sure, I'm going to play all of them up until about the last 5 or 6 years. There are a few games that I would carefully select to play. Now that Cyberpunk 2077 is stable, I think that's one of the best games, despite people's objections to it. It is a game that exists in Mike Pondsmith's world and does a good job of it. So there's that. There's a lot of games out there, I think, that I would feel I would feel like I could play safely on any platform and not worry about taking a hit, because I know that some people worry about that. So, but I like RPGs. I bought Baldur's Gate before it was released, and never really got into it, which is a shame. A lot of people enjoyed it. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. In Search of Darkness 2019. I don't recall seeing that. I imagine it's probably pretty good. It's a documentary horror film, I think. I don't recall seeing it, but I probably should. Hey, Creek Indians here. Good to see you. All right, folks, I need to wind it down. We ran a little longer than I planned because you guys are great conversationalists. So there's that. But I need to get ready. I've got Midnight's Edge in the morning coming up in 25 minutes, I think, if I'm reading the clock correctly. Yeah. So do you. So your next redirect goes straight to that game place. The launch of the new channel is today. All of my compadres for the early startup team there will be there, which will be great. We're going to talk a little bit about the channel, what we're going to do, what we have planned, some of the stories that are coming up, some of the stories that just recently happened. And I'm very excited for the channel launch. I hope you guys are too. Do check that out. And then after that, please check out Midnight's Edge in the morning. After you've set your reminders, your clocks, your notifications, everything for the channel, make sure you are subscribed to that game place. Make sure you turn on all the notifications. Make sure you hit the like button there before the stream starts. Just, all the things you do. Make us more visible, get us close to quick monetization so we can start doing more funner things, more funner. Great English culture. Anyway, whatever says they changed their Falstaff with an update so it doesn't sound as much like a lightsaber. Oh, bummer. See, Cyberpunk 2077 was great. Yeah, you play with lightsabers. Not really. SFX F314 Sabretooth Raptor comes in with a final super chat. Thank you for sponsoring today's show, SFX F314 Sabretooth Raptor, and everybody else who contributed today. New show, Matrix type show, Mexican Iron Man, and Elf World. Will he survive or take the orange Fanta to get back to the real world? Fanta, Fanta, don't you want to Fanta? I could just hear Loki singing that. Thanks for being here, Bodie Lee. Good to see you. And to everybody else who popped in today, thanks for being here. As always, well, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and stick around for watch Wilton push me off a roof, okay?
Why, hello there, random citizen. Oh, hey there, little buddy. How's it going?
Have you subscribed to Culture Casino yet?
Well, no.
Friggin' A.
Oh!
These guys, I tell ya.
Oh!
Dang it, I missed. Why won't these guys just subscribe already?
That hurt.
See ya.